So I got some really bad news. Looks like for the past 8 minutes of clips that I collected over the past week, they all just went without audio, and so we're going to have to delete them, or, well, I really did delete them. But to just go over what we accomplished 105 smithing, that was through our daily challenges. We got 105 cooking from our swordfish. Wood cutting we didn't train, fletching we didn't train, and then I believe, no, it wasn't crafting that we didn't train, but we trained rune crafting up to 105, and we also, let's see, we didn't mine stuff. We mined some clay from the crafting guild, and I basically just used like Vexlum to teleport, although at the crafting guild, they do have their own sort of deposit box, but it's supposed to be for members. It's not actually for members. If you were a member, you can actually right-click use it, and it's like they just never forgot about that. Or actually, rather, Jagex probably forgot about that, and yeah, so after this Freshly growth arrives, or once it despawns, and I'm probably going to go to Hellhounds in the wilderness. I find it really interesting that Silverhawk Down isn't free to play, because I'm pretty sure the Silverhawk boots are not free to play, that they are members, but we'll check in a second. Okay, you can clearly see that, whoops, why did I press enter? That was a little bit weird. Enter is my start recording screen, so it just popped out to me in the chat, but, well, not chat, the text box. And you can see here that if we right click on the Silverhawk boots, let's do that again. You can see that the text is pretty much yellow. It's not blue, unlike, for example, Silverhawk Down, which is free to play. Basically, if the blue text means free to play, and the yellow text means it's pay to play. So, Silverhawk boots not usable in free to play, but I guess it's not surprising because agility is a members only skill. I'll also need to figure out what to do with my consuming Dungeoneering wildcard. Let's just click on it and see what happens. Let's see. Consume this item within Demon Hunt will allow you to get 50% more Dungeoneering XP and tokens for the floor that you are on. Okay, so could be helpful if you want to do Dungeoneering, but I don't think I will. Actually, let's check about how many we have so far. So we have Dungeoneering wildcard going in. We have, oh, only 11. Okay, must have destroyed some. Alright, so we're just going to sell off our remaining Silverhawk feathers because there's no way I'm going to use them. Well, actually, maybe once 110 comes to agility, they might be useful, but I'd rather just do the actual physical obstacle courses, so let's exchange these. Let me drop the price a little. Ooh. Oh, they're expensive. Under 3k. Well, I would rather use the 1.8 mil to fund this series, so let's just confirm. And look at that, we went through. And yeah, so we just sold them off. I've decided I'm probably going to get a little bit back into flipping, mostly because it's just pretty good money on the side. Oh, we just bought our Luminite quickly, so we'll just take those. What's our sale history? We got 2139, so we're going to sell them for 2138 and get a little bit under 100k profit for these. So 2138. I'll just leave them sit for a while. I'll definitely fill within the next day or two. I do wish that Jagex would add some more teleport options to free to play. I think that there is actually silver jewelry, just like in Old Scaras. I forgot which of them came first, though, but I think there's something called the Traveler's Necklace that lets you teleport like the Graveyard of Shadows, and I think something like that could be pretty interesting. I have no idea how silver enchanting works in RuneScape 3, or Old School RuneScape for that matter. But yeah, and there's also the issue of the Wilderness Obelisks. Now, the obelisks, I think you could make them free to play because, again, the whole wilderness is now free to play. It's as of a couple years ago. Jagex made the depot in this free to play, so. But maybe I could just make it so that it's completely random and that to be able to change the teleport location, you just have to do the Wilderness Diaries, which are obviously members only. Okay, so it looks like they do actually do quite a bit of damage, even if Rune +3. That's sort of disappointing because Hellhounds used to be a lot better XP and they used to be relatively harmless, so then they changed the combat, I think, with Necromancy, and it haven't been to a Hellhound since, although I think I did do a little bit of Slayer your Black Demons, which you can use the Dungeoneering Cape to teleport to, but yeah, I'm actually going to have to use food and getting less XP now. 220 across 3 skills, so. And look at that, we just sold over 400 Luminite, and that was within, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, so it should fill in pretty quickly. I can already tell that the melee grind is going to be one hell of a grind. Let's see how much we have left. We have 22.6 mil for attack and 22.4 mil for strength. Thinking about just turning attack and trying to get it to strength so that they kind of level together, but yeah, that's almost a little under 299s back to back for each. That's going to get us to 110, but yeah. I'm starting to think that Jagex should really just make a Bone Crusher free to play. I mean, it's something like you can work towards in Dungeoneering, And I guess that makes sense that it's sort of pay to play, but the thing is, since you can actually upgrade the Bone Crusher in members, then it basically makes the Bone Crusher free to play worth a whole lot less, especially if you're a lower level. So I think if you made a Bone Crusher free to play, it would help free to play a lot, definitely in terms of training, at least, very least, like if you don't have crewmate or something. But yeah, unfortunately, they'll just keep it pay to play, I think, for the time being. I mean, there are some lower level content that's also kind of free to play that could be easily pay to play, or sorry, other way around, that are pay to play that could be free to play, but unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Actually, literally just forgot I had melee training dummies in my bank, so I'm probably going to go use them after I end this inventory. It's not very hard to get back here, but again, it just takes like maybe a 30 to 40 seconds. Well, it's probably more than 30 to 40 seconds. Maybe like a minute to get here from the GE if you're using the home teleport to the Lodestone Wilderness. And yeah, it's basically because that in pay to play, if you do the wilderness tasks, you can actually quick teleport to the Lodestone, which is useful. But there are also some better kind of teleport methods out there, at least in pay to play. I'm pretty sure the Twisted Bone Skull necklace is actually free to play, but the thing is, it restores, basically restores your prayer points where you have to pick up the bones and I guess bury them. Now in members though, you have Soul Split and and as well as the Bone Crusher, so it automatically crushes the bones. It turns those bones into prayer, and from that prayer you can get some healing through Soul Split. So remember I was doing some Abyssal Demons during bonus XP weekend. Or not XP weekend, but just bonus XP live. And yeah, basically I got some XP that way. It is nice how these Hellhounds are basically permanently aggressive in RuneScape membership. Again, I don't keep talking about membership. Maybe some of you are just free to play, although I imagine many of you are in members. But it's basically just, you don't need an aggression potion for these Hellhounds here. So it's always a good thing, to get some AFK XP in without spending really any money on things besides swordfish and whatnot. Okay, looks like our Luminite just sold for almost 3 mil. It's about, what is it? Probably, no, it's not 3 mil, but 2 mil, so it's 2.095 mil. I think I paid 2,100, 2,200K for this, but yeah, there's a GE tax you have to consider, and yeah, I'll just collect the GP. And also from Treasure Hunter, we got ourselves 4 medium prismatic lamps. Those are all going into smithing, as I've mentioned in previous videos. That's going to be our main goal for using our spare XP in. So let's just use these up and see, smithing. I got 70k smithing. Alright, that's great. I've been looking on Wikias to see what XP methods are the fastest in RuneScape free to play. Looks like Hellhounds are between 120k and 130k, so I believe it's just combat experience. It's not including hit points experience, but there are some monsters like giant spiders who bring a stronghold of security. Basically, it probably might get a little bit more, but the thing is, Hellhounds are AFK and they're in the wilderness, so they're always aggressive, and so it might be a better idea optional. But once I finish with a couple of these training dummies, I'll definitely go to the Stronghold of Security and check it out. I found out about an interesting new event from the PvP community on Discord, and basically it's going to be, it's a free-to-play event. I believe it's happening Thursday on the 22nd or so. Basically just we all show up to Purple Portal and Clan Wars World 34, free-to-play world of course, and we basically just kill each other while wearing full bronze, no food, killing wear bronze. So it should be an interesting event to go to, especially because there haven't been many, I guess, free-to-play PvP events, but yeah, hopefully this will change, and hopefully there'll be more free-to-play PvP in the future. Unfortunately, this video is probably going to be a little bit delayed as far as me kind of wanting to put this out there, but I have to be honest, my cat died yesterday morning, and it's been really difficult, and I took a break from RuneScape yesterday, watched some UEFA Euro 2024, and actually did feel better, but yeah, I mean, this, you can tell my voice, I'm still hung up over, and spent over 12 years together, and we have a lot of happy memories and happy experiences, but it's going to be hard, and I know I'm going to miss her, so yeah. But anyway, so I'll keep making content today, and hopefully it kind of distracts me a little bit. In other news, it looks like Jagex are increasing the price of bonds, I think, for next week, starting next week. I think it's a little bit overdue, honestly. I mean, last time they increased bond price was back in 2022, which was over 2 years ago. But, inflation with everything, I guess it's sort of to be expected. Jagex is a business, got to make some money. And yeah, it's unfortunate because in free-to-play, I mean, it's now getting pretty clear that free-to-play is not meant to be able to earn a bond. Free-to-play is just be able to kind of play the game and then figure out if you want to buy membership, and then very and I guess down the line you can get sort of good at earning enough money for a bond. But yeah, that's basically what the bond has been coming out now. So it's not really much argument to say like, well, if you don't like free play, just get a bond. And like, no, that's actually not feasible. So, but yeah. And that's going to be all for this video, I believe. And thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day. Don't forget to leave, comment, subscribe. Definitely helps. And I'll see you in the next one.